Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early May 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Piscean collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time, see what we have for you this week. Talk to me, my guys. What's going on with my Pisces collective here? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it rocking. Let's get it popping for Pisces, please. Nice and quick, my gods. There we go. That card popped out in 3 shuffles. So we have this beautiful creative page energy. All right, now the creativity is very common in a Pisces reading. I get it almost every week, but the page energy is a nice, neat little twist here. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's have a look at this card. So you see this individual. They're playing an instrument. There's a rainbow coming out of that music, out of that instrument. There's a yin-yang on the person's head. So we could speak about balance and peace and serenity. A lot of you could be experiencing a lot of energies like that or searching for. But to me, this just screams page energy. Pages are communicators and they're students. There's been a big focus on Pisces readings recently about communicating, whether it's one's feelings or conversations you might be having. So obviously with a page leading off, we're going to want to continue strong communication. But Spirit, as always, and I think I get it almost every week in some form or fashion, really highlighting the bounty that you can bring into this world through creativity, right? Like expressing yourself artistically or creatively shows up here. For any of you that are taking on new endeavors, this could also be a very good omen when this card shows up front. But let's get into tarot. I'm not going to keep talking about that page. I always say the first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. But let's see what we have for you. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright before we get the intuitive juiciness going. Shuffle it up here for the Piscean collective, my guides. What do we got for my friends? So, last week's reading, it was titled A Serious Talk. You see what I mean? How like in recent weeks, there's been a big focus on communication. Some of you may have been having serious talks with people in your circle, in your sphere. Remember, those energies could still bleed over from week to week, but we're going to see what we have for you this week. It might be completely different. I mean, as I always say, energy is super fluid. It's never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Let's go. What do we got for Pisces here? Early May, my gods. Thank you. All right, work. We got the 8 of Pentacles in position number 1. It might be about that money right here. There could be monetary situations really at the forefront. Let's get you 2 more. It might be a very busy bee when that card shows up. Thank you. All right, I'll take it. We have the Empress in position number 2, that beautiful Venus type of energy. I love the abundance of this card. Huge card of blessings. Let's get you 1 more, then we'll really start to piece this together. Might be something you're really working hard towards or for. Okay, we have the 4 of Cups. Very interesting dynamic we have going on this week, Pisces. So we're going to have to talk about this. We will, though, momentarily, but, you know, let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get that juicy, intuitive stuff going. Now, at first glance, it's an interesting elemental mixture. We have a lot of earth, but we also have water. In tarot and in divination, when you mix earth and water, those elements are generally seen as very good, very fruitful, abundant, blessings, just like I was saying. But notice on either side of this beautiful Empress, we have a very hard work, movement-based type of energy. And this one that's kind of think. This one is diligent. This one's not really doing much. So let's go through and really try to decipher this, because I was picking it up in the other water signs. There's a big energetic gap happening where something could go really, really well or something could go off the rails. But position number 1, we have the 8 of Pentacles. As I was saying, work is the name of the game with this card. For a portion of you, this could just be you being in money mode, chasing it, working for it. This is a card of artisans. This is a card of craftsmanship, of mastering something. This is an extremely diligent putting forth energy type of card. So I like the Eight of Pentacles. It's personally one of my favorite cards. You know, this is an energy that I try to embody myself. But when we see this Eight of Pentacles, there's downsides to all of it. It could be someone working themselves to exhaustion, someone so focused on something that they're not paying attention to what's going on around them. Okay, so we really want to see what's up with that. And for another portion of you, the Eight of Pentacles could easily just be representing, you know, situations with money and work, right? It doesn't have to be too deep. Now, moving to the center, this is where this reading gets intriguing to me, because we have the Empress, that beautiful Venus type of energy, the goddess, showing up right here for you. Now, for a portion of you, this could represent a Taurus, could also represent a Libra. Those are both signs that are ruled by Venus. When we see the Empress, we currently are in Taurus season, which is a Venus season. So for some of you, this could represent something coming towards you in Taurus season. When she shows up, we think of the blessings, the abundance, the fertility. This is a card of mother figures and birth and even rebirth sometimes. So I love this Empress. The downside of this card, it could be somebody that is very stubborn. It could also represent somebody that is too nurturing or just gives too much, just gives way too much. So we want to see what's up. There's a huge connection to nature with her as well, right? Because she's that earth goddess type of energy. So we want to see what's up with her, but needless to say, the Empress is overflowing with abundance. Love her. Okay, we love her vibe. Now, moving to the very back end, we have the Four of Cups. You know, I could say this myself because I'm part of the Piscean collective. This is an energy that we generally embody as well, right? The Four of Cups. Nothing wrong with a little imagination, right? Nothing wrong with a little daydreaming, a little thinking, as long as it doesn't derail us from too many things. When I see this card, it can just speak about a ton of mental activity. We did see this page very early on in the reading. Okay, there's creativity here. There's also creativity here. It's just not being tapped into just yet. When we get the Four of Cups, we need to make sure that we're not letting opportunities drift by us. The rough side of this card could just be somebody that's in a very stagnant state or not really making progress, not really making movement. So you see, it's the complete opposite of the Eight of Pentacles that we have here. So we really want to see what's up with this. Okay, sometimes this card could represent somebody having you on the mind, or you might have someone strongly on your mind as well. We really need to dive deeper on all of it, Pisces. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Pisceans. Let's reset this deck, see what's going on. My guides, talk to me. What's up with Pisces? Please and thank you. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Eight of Pentacles. What's this action, this effort about? And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Pisces, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Eight of Pentacles time. What's this Eight of Pentacles about? Thank you. Six of Cups in reverse. Okay. This is absolutely the energy of somebody like just trying to keep their hands busy. Okay, the Six of Cups in reverse could speak about like tough memories, rough memories, a checkered past. This could even represent, you know, an individual that you've known for a very, very long time, a connection, and you know, there's just bad memories attached to it for whatever reason. So when I see it under the Eight of Pentacles, this could absolutely tell me that, like, hey, you know, I'm just trying to keep my hands busy. If that's something, if you're going through some sort of pain or uncomfortable period of life right now, Spirit could be asking you to just like keep those hands busy, right? Idle hands are the devil's playground. Like, don't fall into this energy. Keep yourself busy to keep progressing and moving forward. Another thing I'm picking up here intuitively, for some of you that may be watching this partially for work things, you might not be really satisfied with your current work situation, okay? Because when I see this in the upright, I think of history and memories. When I see it in reverse, I could also think of new. So under this Eight of Pentacles, a lot of you might be wanting or trying to find yourself a new money-making opportunity or a new job. Okay, that could really do some of you well. So we're going to keep pressing forward. You see, like, I feel like this first message could speak about your interpersonal relationships or work. You know, tarot's funny like that. So let's go in on that Empress. Let's see what we have for her. Let's see how the rest of this reading goes. So why is the Empress here for Pisces? Thank you. Yeah, this just feels really good. So more of that beautiful, abundant, earthy energy. We have the King of Pentacles in the upright underneath this Empress. And I always say the Queen of Pentacles reminds me of the Empress. So when I see them, this is like yin-yang type of energy. They're all about abundance. Very similar archetypes and energies. Now, the King of Pentacles represents control of the Pentacle suit. Controlling one's monetary or material destiny could be part of this. But once again, these are both extremely overflowing, abundant types of energies, blessings, wins, victories. A lot of you could receive a huge influx of the material abundance here when we have this energy showing up. Half this spread is earth. And we'll see if half the spread's going to be water. But when we get the earth and water mix, like I said earlier, this is the energy of blessings, big wins. So you could be experiencing emotional wins. You could be experiencing monetary wins and come-ups. This is very good and prosperous. These are energies that I would claim if I were you when I see this. For some of you, it might just be a connection to an earth sign showing up here, okay, especially underneath. But when we have the Empress and another earthy, divine masculine energy here, this is yin-yang energy of like completion, of things coming together and fitting like a puzzle piece. So I'm seeing a lot of prosperity here for you, Pisces. I'll just leave it at that. Let's keep moving over to the Four of Cups. Claim these energies. They're very prosperous for emotion, but also material. Let's see what's up with that Four of Cups. And we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. Okay. Yeah. All right, someone could possibly be in their head about something that has closed out. We have the World card in the upright underneath this Four of Cups. Don't let, if you've recently been through a cycle close, or if you've gone through some sort of tough ending, or the close of a chapter, the close of a cycle has happened, please don't let it affect your current and future prospects, okay? Because I'm still seeing it here. Now, if that's not you, there could be someone you're connected to that they are still very bummed out about how something turned out, or how something ended, right? Like this is still with them in some sort of way, right? Like it may not sting as much with the Four of Cups, but this ending is still with them. It's still on their mind. It's still thought about. So whether this is someone thinking about you, you might be thinking about somebody else. Absolutely. It seems like we're getting tons of different things showing up here, kind of like mixed messages in a way, but these could be separate areas of life. Always keep that in mind. And with what we were seeing here, like someone trying to keep their hands busy, now we get the World card, the possible ending. It's there. For another very small portion of you, the state of the world today could be very disgruntling towards you. When I see the Four of Cups and the actual World card, like what's going on in the world today, current events, politics, this, that, like the world today might just be driving you up a wall. And it's like, listen, I need to stop thinking about this. Like it's too much. So do with that what you will, Pisces. I'm getting a lot of messages here. Let's go through and do a quick recap. I feel overall this is much more positive than anything else. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Eight of Pentacles with the Six of Cups in reverse. 2 main messages for me here. I did say the idle hands are the devil's playground. If you've been through some rough things, rough memories, tough situations, keep your hands busy, right? Spirit could be asking you to keep pushing, keep working, keep moving. But for another portion of you, you might not be happy with your current work or money situation, and you could be looking for new. Now, if that's the case, it could be really favored here because we have the Empress and the King of Pentacles in the upright right underneath. So it seems like the energy could be shining on you to like really come up in some sort of way, whether it's materially or just the energy is very good, just huge, massive energy of wins and victories here, which I love, Pisces. I really like seeing this, the beautiful completion of the yin and yang. So we have positivity here, cutting straight up the center, regardless of what's happening on the sides. Now, when we get to the very back end, we have the Four of Cups with the world in the upright. Like I said, maybe the state of the world today is bothering you. You don't like thinking about it. You don't want to think about it. It's too much. Might give you a little anxiety. But for another portion of you, like there could be somebody still thinking about the way something had ended, still bummed out about it, and it's still on their mind. Could even be someone still thinking about you from your past as well. So please do what you will with that. Take a screenshot if you want. I'm going to get you one shadow card here, Pisces. Interesting spread this week. It's like we had a little bit of everything showing up. But let's see what's going on for Pisces, please. There are blessings to be had for sure, though. That's an energy to claim. But let's see what's in the shadows here, my guides. Just one card, super quick, whether it's a shadow within yourself or a shadow in the current situation. Okay, we do have the Tower in the shadows, right? This is a very common card to see in the shadows. Right? So this is not something that concerns me when we're doing shadow work. How you react to the unexpected might need to be highlighted here when we have the Tower in the shadows. Now, there are other messages we can pull from this, but this is a card of shock. This is a card of foundations being shaken up. And I think if we go back to the reading we were just looking at, where we had the World, we had the Six of Cups in reverse, there could still be something that may have been very jarring that has happened to you that is still with you. Some sort of big shakeup, some sort of foundation collapse that is just still lingering, regardless of how long ago it was, whether it was yesterday, whether it was this morning, or whether it was like 2 years ago. Things can stick around, and Spirit might be saying like, hey, there is a Tower. You would know better than I what it is. It's still in the energy. It still needs some healing. It still needs to be looked at. So I'll just leave it at that, Pisces. That's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the May subscriber surprise. For the May subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 boxes of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. This is an awesome deck. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which one spoke to you the most. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I will announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.